Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna and today we'll be working on week number 34 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. We are going to do another gift type item and I'm going to start with, it's a product from Kaiser Craft. It's the bird silhouette wall art. Now I got this at it's a craft store, local craft store, but I got it for $1. So I'm sure you probably still can find them online or something, but keep your eye out for anything that might be like this. Or you could cut one out maybe with your Cricut, just get a bird and then a branch and cut out some leaves. And you can maybe, even if you cut it enough times, you could probably cut it on some chipboard and glue a few together to get some depth. But this is the item I used, and it is item SB2170 Bird Silhouette Wall Art, and it's by Kaiser Craft. So if you can find it, and it's kind of like pressed board here. What I have done to this is I have painted it white, and then I used a Crackle Medium, which I must have put away already, just the Hobby Lobby brand Crackle Medium. And then I painted it with teal colored chalk paint, and I get it at Walmart. It is, oh, here, I'll get the Crackle too while I'm right here. I usually keep everything out. I don't know why I put it away. I use the Waverly chalk paint and Agave, and it's 60685E. And then this is just a Folk Art Crackle Medium made by Plaid. 695 is the number. So then it didn't crackle as much as I like to. So I thought, well, I'm not real happy with that. And I tried to redo parts of it, and that didn't look right to me. So then I took my distressed ink pad, and I dabbed on some paint here and there. Then I took a water bottle, and I spritzed it to let it kind of flow out a little bit. I didn't tip it or anything, but I didn't want it to be just like spritz marks. So that kind of gave it enough water to liquidate it enough to just kind of make it not look like it was just sprayed on. I let that dry, and I thought, well, that's almost too much. So I took a wet paper towel, just damp. I wetted it and wrung it out, and then I just started rubbing off here and there. And it got back down to some of the white and a little bit of the wood here and there, and that looked good to me. So I stopped. I let it dry. I then took my Tim Holtz, I let it dry overnight. I wanted to make sure everything was good and dry. Took my Tim Holtz stencil, and it's just a floral one. I don't see a number on it. And it's blue because I used it, or teal because I used it once and thought, oh, I'll just be able to wash that off later. No, wash your stencils off right away. I think it was the same chalk paint, did not come off of my stencil. So then I had to sit with a pin and poke out all the holes to make sure they were all opened again. So make sure you wash your stencils right away, or have a bin with some water that you can slip them into. It doesn't hurt anything now, but wash them right away so you don't end up with that same problem. So I used my Studio 490 embossed and my Cricut spatula and set it down. You spread it on. And I wanted to do it early enough so that it had plenty of time to dry so we could finish this project up today. You spread it on, and then you scrape off the excess. When you lift it up, it leaves this three-dimensional flowers all over. So I thought it turned out really cool. So that's how I did that. Now, for the underneath the bird, I am going to be using this Authentique, what number? It's item number IMA004. Love this paper. Wish I had a ton more of it because it's perfect color. It's vintagey looking, and it's got the music notes. Love it. And I think it's from Imagine 4. It's an older one. I'm not seeing a date or anything on it, but I know it's an older paper. I'm also going to use part of this Prima 848279, and it's from the Flirty Fleur collection, something floral, and that's got, as you can see, a little bit of iridescence in it. So those are the two papers I decided to use. So I have cut this down, and what I did was I laid it underneath there, and I lined it up because I wanted this foot to show as pink, and I wanted this one to end also in pink. So then the branch will be a different color. So I just kind of traced around and then cut big enough on the outside to compensate for that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, but I'm going to put my glue on the back side of here and then realign it. So let's go ahead and do that. And I might use this Fabri-Tac glue. Just happened to get this at Hobby Lobby. Was $13.99. It was clearanced out at $3.74. And I should have probably poked around the store to see if they had more, but I didn't. So I'm going to come down in here because I know his foot's going to be down in here. This does get a back on it. It comes with a back. So that'll get glued on too. There we go. That should be plenty. So I'm going to flip this back over and line that up just like so. And if I have to trim on the outside off, I will. There we go. So that matches up there. So let's go ahead. Whoops. I'll press on there like that. There we go. That. All right. Now I'm going to rub this excess glue off here because I don't need that on there. That's fine there because it's going to get lined up. And I'm not going to trim that until it's dried a little bit here. Okay, so now we've got the bird here. Isn't that pretty with the music notes? And then I've got, just kind of cut down some pieces. And I kind of wanted it to line up so I could see roses in each one. So I'm going to put some of that glue around these leaves here. And on this paper here a little bit. Just a little bit. That's where it's going to be, is right on here. There we go. I could come out here a little bit too, I guess. All right. So now, see if I can match that back up again. Like I said, I wanted roses on each one. There we go. We got flowers in each one there. I'm gonna kind of press that down, bring it back up. I don't want to lay it back down here right now. Yeah, let me get some of this. That glue kind of rubs off pretty good. I just don't want to sit it back down there and get it dirty again. Should have had a mat down or something. Huh? And let's get some of this rubbed off of there too. I'm going to rub that right into the trash. I thought this would be a pretty easy gift. And whoops, oh dang it. That's too low. Let me see if I can lift it here just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. It was showing just a little bit. We didn't want that. Like I said, this is going to get a back on it. Oops. All right. So I have this again, and I can probably cut this one down. I don't need that much. Let me see where I can line this up at. Just like that. So I'm going to cut this in half. And I'll just take some scissors. I can make a flower or something out of this other little piece. Yeah, just like that. Get some of that silver in there. So then it will be, get some shimmer. There we go. So let's go ahead and flip this over. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to trim that off yet. Let's go ahead. We can glue this on. I didn't cover the back. I probably will cover it in decorative cardstock. There we go. And then I did paint that white edge there, but I probably will cover the whole back in maybe the blue cardstock. And all right, I'm going to use this all the way around here. This should tack up pretty good. If it does not, I will use E6000. But I think from what I've seen, it's pretty good. And I do have my art glitter glue too. All right. So let's line that up. I'm going to stand it up on its edge there. There. Okay. Press down on it. It gets that. I'm going to actually grab some of my clips too. And I think that will help hold it together. So while I'm messing with it, and I'm just flipping that back part behind there so it lays flat. There we go. All right, so far we've got that. Isn't that pretty? Now I thought, bird, maybe we should have a nest. So I grabbed some of it's just your Spanish moss from Hobby Lobby. The dollar store does sell this, but it's full of sticks and little pieces of twigs and stuff. This is a lot cleaner than the dollar store kind. But if you don't mind picking all those things out, then by all means. This one wasn't that much by the time I got a coupon, and the bag is 3 times bigger than the dollar store one. And I did have the dollar store one. I actually threw it out because it was too messy. So what I did was I have some, this is actually teal when it sprays, but it's just your clothing dyes, like your RIT dyes, the liquid. And I put it in a little spritz bottle with some water, and I can color flowers or color whatever I want with that. I put this in a plastic bag and then kind of spritzed in there, and I thought, well, it is getting some color, but it wasn't getting enough color. So I took my Tim Holtz Ranger ink pad, and this one is Peacock Feathers, and I just dabbed it on there, and so it did pick up some more of the teals. And I didn't want it all teal, I just wanted it just a hint of it. So this is going to be a little bird nest, and we're going to hot glue that right there. So I'm going to get my glue gun here, and I'm going to put a good amount here, and you got to be careful because you don't want this coming up through that moss and getting your fingers. So that should be plenty. And I want to form it like a bowl almost. Okay. And the little stragglers, that does not bother me because bird nests have stragglers in it because it's made by a bird. So with that, I'm going to take this spatula and kind of press it down, it will kind of spring back a little bit, but I want to get a good amount of that glue attaching to everything I can. So there we go. So that should hold it pretty good. All right. Now, I had purchased these, I believe at Hobby Lobby. They're really light foam eggs. And they're kind of got the gold speckling on them. So I thought these would look good sitting in this nest. So I'm going to glue these in there. Oops, that one's got some glue on it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue down here and set the egg in there. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Set this egg in there. There. So now we have eggs in the nest. So, and you can see the dimension there. Now I have some different kinds of flowers, but they all are in the same color range. These ones here, whoops, where'd my thing go? I got at Hobby excuse me, Hobby Lobby yesterday. I had seen that on a video that they had 75% off some of their items. These happen to be one of them. I think they were $1.24. Oh, I don't see the packaging. Here it is. Oh, $1.49. So these 6 flowers for $1.49. It was their Paper Studio brand. And this is one leftover from Prima. It's just a rose, but it is the same color tones as that. These ones here are ones I made for my fairy house explosion box, mini of them. So these are left over from that. So I think we're going to use a combination of all of them since they all are in the same color spectrum. And this is kind of a light, this one is closest to this color here, which is kind of it's very light teal, or has a mint tones to it almost. All right, so let's go ahead and glue some of these on. So we want to get some different ones here, doing clusters of 3. I'm just going to set them first before I go ahead and glue them down, just so I get an idea of where I want them. All right, that's cute. We can put flowers there. I also have this little bird that was in my stash, and I thought that might be cute, kind of on this nest or something, or maybe up on one of the flowers. Not quite sure. It looks a little small for those eggs. Those eggs are more of that size. But I think if we get him in here, it's got those same peachy, pinky colors. All right, let's see. We need something over in here. This one has glitter on it. I can set that like that. Like that. And then let's get a couple of these ones here. And put this one in there. Yeah, that's kind of looking pretty. And we'll just do these other 2 by themselves. And we will do them, let's do them up in here. And then maybe that bird can go in there, like so. Let me see. I'm just looking, just to get an idea if I like that. I do have some leaves that I did not use, and they were in my stash. I thought we might be able to pull some of them in, maybe. Nah, I don't know. It's pretty green. pretty green there. Wish they were tealy colored. That one's not bad. That's from there we go. Maybe like that. Those are paler green. You know what? Let me see if I can get those to look more teal. Let me see here. That I can. I need a new dauber here. I threw my other one away yesterday. Oh, here we go. That's teal. All right. So I'm going to put this on here. You know, if it doesn't work, I don't feel like I'm out anything because I hadn't used them anyway. Oh, yeah. There. That worked. I don't know if these ones will. Nope, those ones are a little too dark. All right. So, yeah. So that worked pretty good. Just gives them a little bit of teal. I think we can glue those in there. Brings those back in there. Here we go. So let's go ahead and get a little hot glue on there. And we're going to tuck that right in there like that. And this one's got a little bit longer stem left on it. So let's tuck that right up in there like that. There. All right, I think I'm going to glue these down for sure. I know I'm happy with that. Oopsie. Get in there. The glue gun, I like it. But I remembered to unplug it. My other poor glue gun. Didn't have a chance. I left it plugged in more than once, and I think it just burnt it out. I think it would heat up, but it wouldn't. It didn't want to do a great job. So yeah, I think I am going to leave that bird on there. I kind of like that there, I think. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to, this has got a sticker on it, but I'm going to add some hot glue to it too here. It's a little three-dimensional bird. And I am trying to think of, I know what it came from, but I can't think of the name, but I can see the packaging. So I'll look that up a second. What was it from? It was from K & Company. It was a K & Company pack. And, all right. I think we're going to go with this. You might be able to get a small photo in here or something too if you'd like. But there we go. Let's remove these. And it really didn't take long. Once I got this where I wanted it, it didn't take long. It just had some drying time, and that's what takes the longest. So other than that, it went pretty easy. And I think that, oh my gosh, it is just adorable. This one's going to have to hang in my room. Let me trim that off here. Let me grab my mat. And I use an old Cricut mat because I can cut on it. Let me get a blade here. And then I think I'm going to cover the whole back, like I said, with that sheet. And I think I'll use one of these. There we go. And I think that was the only piece that hung out just a little bit. Oh, you know what? I should have glued that on before I attached all of these. Let me see. I can set that in the center. There we go. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to pull away from the camera with it. I apologize for that. All right. So this side is pretty too, but I want this side here. And it looks like it's going to be perfect. So let me trim this down a second. Just need to trim off that white edge there. I'm just going to use my tiny trimmer because it's handy. There we go. All right. This is just a small Fiskars, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a Fiskars. Just a small one. So, all right. So now with this, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Get that on there, and then this will be done. Now, I might put a hanger on this one. I typically use like the command strips because I don't like a bunch of holes in my wall. But because I just going to put this paper on the back, what I should have done is just painted the back. But I will put a hanger on this, and you can pick hangers up at just about any, even your local hardware stores, or some of your grocery stores will carry hangers, especially your larger chains, Walmart, things like that. Let's see. Tell me that's going to be a little off there. There we go. All right. So I will probably just put a level right hanger on this, and then I can hang it up. And I just put that can underneath there to hold it up so I wasn't squishing anything. I should put that back on before I did that. But, all right. So that is it. So again, that was week number 34 of our 52 weeks of Christmas, and gift type item that you can make. And like I said, this was the Kaiser Craft Bird Silhouette Wall Art 58210170. And they make a lot of different cutouts like this. But like I said, I got this one locally at a craft store, and it was clearanced out. So, and I didn't need more than one really. So I hope you are enjoying this new part of the 52 weeks of Christmas, and I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll do this for a few weeks, and then I will jump back into doing some different tags and some different gift wraps, just a different aspect of holiday decor. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell so you can be notified each time a new video is put up. And of course, a thumbs up is always appreciated. So until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye.